If you've ever lived in a student hostel, you know the drill, right? The endless queues, the confusing paperwork, that nagging feeling that your room might have been given to someone else. It's organized chaos. But what if all of that could just disappear and be replaced by a simple, smart system? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to break down: how to turn hostel management from a paper-based headache into a smooth digital experience.
And this, right here, this captures the reality for so many. Just picture it. It's the first week of the semester. The wardens are absolutely drowning in spreadsheets, students are just waiting around for room keys, and whoops, 2 people have been assigned the exact same bed. Does that sound familiar? It's a recipe for total frustration and honestly a terrible first impression.
So that's the big question, isn't it? When your entire operation is running on paper files, endless Excel sheets, and just word of mouth, where do you even begin to fix it? Well, the first step is to really understand the tangled-up mess you're dealing with. So let's zoom in on those daily struggles, the little things that create this massive mess. Because these aren't just minor inconveniences, they're cracks in the foundation that cause huge problems for absolutely everyone involved.
Okay, first up, the classic double booking. It's so easy to see how this happens. Without one central system, a warden in the morning might see a room marked vacant and assign it. Then an assistant in the afternoon looks at their own list, sees the same vacant room, and assigns it again. The result? 2 students show up for one spot. Talk about immediate stress.
And then you've got the leaky faucet or that one fan that just won't turn on. A student might mention it to the warden as they're walking by. Or maybe they send a quick WhatsApp message. But that message, it gets buried under dozens of others. The request is forgotten, the repair never happens, and the hostel just starts to, well, fall apart.
And let's talk about security. A paper logbook at the front desk? Come on, it's so easy to ignore, to fake a name, or for the book to just get lost. And in a real emergency, not knowing who is actually in the building, that's not just messy, it's a huge safety risk. It's basically a system running on hope, and hope is not a strategy.
You see, these things aren't just random bad luck. They are symptoms of a fundamentally broken system. When you don't have a central source of truth, room assignments become a lottery. Collecting fees is a nightmare, and none of the systems talk to each other. Every single step is a potential trapdoor for human error to mess up the entire operation.
This is the turning point. This is where we make the switch. We're moving from a system that's all manual and reactive, always putting out fires, to one that's automated and proactive. It's a huge shift from disorganized chaos to centralized, transparent control.
And that brings us to the hero of our story, a purpose-built web-based platform that was designed from the ground up to tackle every single one of the challenges we just laid out.
So what is this system really? Think of it like a digital command center for everything hostel-related. From the moment a student first applies to the day they finally check out, every single step is managed right here. The keywords are automation, real-time visibility, so you can see what's happening right now, and role-based access, which just means everyone sees only what they need to do their job.
All right, so how does this thing actually work in the real world? Let's take a quick tour of the key features and see exactly how they bring order to all that chaos we were talking about.
First things first, this is not a one-size-fits-all tool. The system is actually built around different user roles. Students get their own self-service portal for applying, paying fees, and raising issues. Wardens get the tools they need to manage the day-to-day. And then, a top-level admin has full control over the entire system. This makes sure everyone has the power they need without getting bogged down by features they'll never use.
For a student, the old application process was basically a black box. You'd submit your form, and then you just wait. This system completely flips that on its head by making the whole journey transparent. A student can log in anytime and see their exact status, from pending all the way to checked in. That simple visibility gets rid of a massive amount of anxiety.
And remember those forgotten maintenance requests? Yeah, they're solved. A student can now submit a formal request and even attach a photo of the problem. It's impossible for the warden to lose it. They can assign it directly to a staff member right in the system. The ticket has a status that everyone can see, and the student gets an automatic notification when it's all fixed. It creates this perfect, closed loop of accountability.
And listen, it's not just about what the system does, it's also about how well it does it. This little detail is super important. It shows a real focus on the user experience. A warden trying to manage over 200 rooms needs that dashboard to load instantly. Performance isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a core feature that makes the tool actually usable every single day.
So you might be wondering, what's making all this happen? What's the technology behind it? Let's take a quick peek under the hood to see the digital blueprint that makes this whole seamless experience possible.
Okay, so the system is built on a really modern, reliable tech stack. We're talking React.js to make the interface you see super fast and smooth, Node.js to power the engine behind the scenes, and a solid PostgreSQL database to keep all that data safe and organized. What this really means is that this isn't some quick and dirty fix. It's a professional-grade solution built to be secure and dependable for the long haul. All right, the tech is cool, for sure. But why does any of this really matter? Let's shift our focus now from the code to the real-world impact, the tangible benefits for the people who will actually be using this system day in and day out. When you put this system side by side with what's out there, the difference is just stark. On one side, you have informal chats like WhatsApp, where things just get lost. On the other, you've got these expensive, generic software suites that aren't even built for the local context. This system hits that perfect sweet spot. You get tracked maintenance, student self-service, and it's all designed specifically for the needs of Sri Lankan hostels, at a much, much lower cost.
And this right here is the whole philosophy behind the project. It's all about practical digitization. It's not trying to cram in every single fancy feature you can imagine. Instead, it focuses on solving the most critical problems in a way that's affordable and easy to use, especially for places that don't have a huge IT budget to throw around.
And here it is. Here's the real payoff. The system is estimated to cut a warden's administrative workload by a whopping 40 to 60%. I mean, think about that. That is a game-changing amount of time. It frees them from chasing down paperwork so they can focus on what actually matters, building a community and supporting their students.
So when you put it all together, the benefits are just crystal clear. No more room conflicts, a huge reduction in the admin workload, happier students, and better safety and security for everyone. It is a comprehensive win, no matter how you look at it.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? This project is such a great example of finding a very specific, real-world problem and then thoughtfully applying technology to solve it. It really makes you wonder, what other parts of our daily lives, full of these manual processes and hidden headaches, are just waiting for their own smart, practical digital solution?